1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh.
Right, okay. So, Bruv, do you want to do the introduction for the second segment for us, please?
Yeah, welcome to segment 2 of the Football Referee this week. I'm Trevor Gear and he calls me Bruv.
And I'm Emmy Hikins and he calls me Cos.
And my name's Tony and they call me the Enforcer.
Look at that, aye. Your name's the coolest here, man.
Hey, you gave me it.
Right, so VAR, bro. VAR. There's been a few.
Yeah.
Let's start with Andy Burnham. So Andy Burnham said that he's not a fan of. We know who the I think it was in Manchester mayor. I think. Do you remember him? The one that's
Andy
been
Burnham.
in the news.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, Andy Burnham. Yeah. He's not a fan of VAR. He said, if I become Prime Minister, I'm going to get rid of VAR. And I thought, in your dreams. But anyway, you can't mess with football. I don't care who you are, you know. But anyway, so VAR, bro, love it or loathe it?
I'm not sure what it's got to do with Andy Burnham at all. And as you say, you'd have no right to start interfering. On balance, VAR has been with us now, I don't know, a couple of years, is it? And it's not something I would, to the question, would you get rid of it? And I wouldn't. No, I think ultimately it's probably that the net position is a positive, that they've got more things right than wrong. But the problem is, okay, as everybody says, it's not VAR. It's as far as a fly there, not VAR. It's the people who run it. It's like a car. A car doesn't kill people. It's the driver. God forbid. So VAR as an idea, I think, is very good. But periodically, the Referees Association, PGMOL, they give out apologies, which all too often are a complete waste of time and utterly frustrating to, no doubt, the clubs concerned. Now, I take on board what you said earlier, Tony, about if it affects our club, we think one way, etc., etc. But yeah, and that's probably a fair comment for a lot of people. But probably like both of you, I like to see myself as a fair-minded football fan. Yeah, it's all very tribal, and we do tend to see our own teams in a slightly different way. But I would say where a decision goes in favour of Palace, say VAR-wise, which shouldn't have done, and I can't really think of too many, but there have been those, I'd say, yeah, that should not have happened. Now, there's a number of these. The other day, Howard Webb, the boss of the referees, came out and they said this, that in these 3 games I'll mention, the first one, ironically, was Bournemouth against Palace. A couple of weeks ago, I went down to Bournemouth to watch the game, and Bournemouth beat Palace 3-0. And fair cop, I mean, no arguments with that. They're a good side, Bournemouth, and they deserved it. But it was 1-0, and Bournemouth got a penalty. Now, we were actually quite close to where that took place. And basically, the ball came in. It may have been a corner, I can't quite remember, or a free kick. But Henderson, our goalkeeper, caught the ball and dropped it. So he went down, tried to pick it up, and the lightest glance on a player, of a Bournemouth player, who then ran and decided to fall over after 3 or 4 steps of running. Incredibly, the ref blew for a penalty. So, of course, it went to VAR. Excuse me, and we were confident that it will be overturned, or at least he should be asked to go to the side. Because where VAR think, well, actually, the ref may have got that wrong, they don't like to overrule, for the dignity of the ref, so they send them to the side. Incredibly,
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
The ref, so they send them to the side. Incredibly, the thing came up on the screen after a little while saying penalty correct, or whatever it said. Now, people had it on their phones. There was no way that was a penalty in a million years. Not because it was Palace. If it had been Bournemouth, and Palace had got the penalty, I'd have said exactly the same. There's no way it was a penalty. You may or may not have seen that incident. But because subsequently, in the recent PGMOL confessions, it was said not only was it never a penalty, for which we apologise, but the ref should have been sent to the side. Now, the point is, we don't sit here, just throwing out criticisms against refs or anybody else. Of course, being a referee is probably one of the toughest jobs there is in sports. It really is, and not many of us would want to do that. But that doesn't mean to say that, we can't be critical of a situation. And I could not believe that I won't say who the VAR ref was. It's not for me to name people, but he's an experienced referee. Either he understands VAR or he doesn't. When it's a clear and obvious error, this comes into it, which that was, and I invite you to look it up on YouTube, in the game against Bournemouth against Palace. When it's a clear and obvious error, you ask the ref to go to the side if he's given a penalty or whatever. He didn't. He simply said it's a penalty. Now, of course, subsequently, a couple of weeks later, PGMOL had to come out and say that was never a penalty. Never a penalty. Not in a million years. It wasn't, and this is the point, I think, about this. If something is debatable, and lots of decisions, you could almost say most decisions are debatable. So, that's maybe when we side with our team more, when it could go either way. But these apologies of these ones I'm mentioning, they weren't debatable. They were clearly wrong. And you have to say, in that case, did that VAR referee, who's a well-known referee, did he even understand? And of course, they have a team of 3 or 4 others, and sometimes you can hear the discussions that go on. I've not heard that one. Does he even understand how to operate VAR? Or has he got a byproduct? Has he got a side job as a salesman or a rep or something? Refs are professional. That's what they do. How could that man not have sent the ref to that side? So that was one thing for which an apology was given. But that's a fat lot of use, isn't it? And indeed, some people say, should there not be, in a case like that, a retrospective yellow card for that player at Bournemouth who dived? Now, you may say you can't really do that, but maybe you can, because he got away with one and he got a fake penalty, which they scored. They won 3-0 overall, and I'm not even suggesting it affected the result because Bournemouth were the better team on the night, but that isn't the point.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on